In our first story, the Electoral Commission will later this morning move to senior high schools to register students who are eligible to vote as part of the ongoing voter registration exercise. At an emergency inter-party advisory committee meeting on Thursday, the Electoral Commission briefed political parties about its decision to register students in schools that are not gazetted as registration centers. Latif Idris reports that while the NDC disagreed with the decision, the MPP said they agreed with the Electoral Commission's outcome.
The exercise aims to capture all eligible students into the register, but the EC faces a challenge as some designated centers are not captured in centers that have been gazetted. Also, there are fears that the exercise could compound the precarious situation COVID-19 had already created in some schools across the country. Kwesi Jonah of IDEX sat through the emergency meeting.
It's a very simple message. The final year students in SHS are on campus. The question is, because of the COVID-19, even parents are not allowed. How do you register them? So the EC has made a very special arrangement to go to those campuses that have no registration centers to register them. That's the main thing.
And that has been agreed by all political parties?
Apart from NDC, which raised certain problems.
Deputy General Secretary of the Opposition NDC, Peter Otokuno, described the decision by the Electoral Commission as a breach of the law governing the ongoing registration exercise.
Well, it is still a mystery what the EC wants to achieve in this country and what they want to achieve with this election. It is very bizarre. You have the case whereby you invite us to tell us that of all the gazetted registration centers where we will do the registration, where the registration is underway, you are going to send the machines to every single secondary school so that you can register the students as well in the schools. Now, the law says that every station that you send a machine to register must be a gazetted registration, and it should be a polling station. The law does not stop the Electoral Commission from creating additional centers, but you must follow the law and gazette those centers before you send a machine there. They are telling us that from tomorrow they are sending some of the machines to every secondary school to go and register them when they are not gazetted centers, when by law they don't qualify to register anybody there. So by extension, what you are saying is that they can even move the machine to somebody's room in the night beyond the gazetted time that ends at 6 p.m. and register people.
The governing MPP, however, agrees with the Electoral Commission. The General Secretary of the party, John Boedu, says pushback from the NDC is understandable because the party knows it will not get the votes of the students who will be the first graduates of the administration's free senior high school policy.
The whole thing is starting tomorrow and tomorrow next. So it wasn't conclusive. Are we coming back again? We discuss it. And in a meeting like that, you can have a position that's different from the position of others. I disagreed a bit with the Electoral Commission. I disagree with the NDC as well. So what do you mean by it's unconclusive? We concluded.
That's the sense I'm getting from your opponents.
Which opponents? They, I know, will obviously kick against students registering.
Why do you say so?
Why? Because in this country, I used to be national youth organizer of the New Patriotic Party. In all campuses throughout the country, including Ho Polytechnic, we won the elections there. So if you are having a situation that you want to register at secondary schools, where you not even talk about beneficiaries of SHS,
to be an adult graduate.
You understand, which the NDC know that is their Waterloo.
The exercise starts tomorrow, Friday, July 10, in senior high schools that are not designated as registration centers for the voters' ID.
Now let's take you to the Ashanti region next. And the Ghana Health Service ruled out mass testing of students for COVID-19 despite confirmed cases in some schools. Ashanti Regional Health Director Dr. Emmanuel Tinkrine admits mass testing is the best option, but insists it is too expensive for a developing country like Ghana. Ohim Interior has more.
Second cycle schools reopened last month after a 3-month break due to COVID-19. 6 students, as well as a teacher and a spouse, have tested positive for COVID-19 at the Accra Girls Senior High School. In the Ashanti region, 2 schools, including Konongo Wesley High, have also recorded confirmed cases. Students went on rampage on Tuesday